Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to Bonk Update today. So Bonk is finally facing a very big challenge to kind of push above the resistance here. So if we just go on and look on the 15 minutes time frame, let's actually see what it's doing in here. And we almost have this sideways pattern that you've broken out of. And the last time we saw something like this, I'm going to show you, was actually down right, I think it was just at this area or something like that. Okay, so yeah, the last time we saw something like that was right over here basically. So I'm going to take the trend line and I'm going to drop the trend line one more time, and that's where we saw something like that. We saw a little bit of that sideways pattern at 23.52. You broke down and eventually moved sideways, and you started pumping to the upside one more time. So that's when we saw something very, very similar to what we have right now with bonks. I'm just going to go back here and keep going back. So let's move to the latest current time situation. All right, so this again on the 15 minutes time frame is very similar to what you did over there. So there could be maybe a sideways movement down again, and then maybe try to move back up again, who knows, just like you did previously. But in yesterday's update, let's not forget what I did mention over there. And if you're new, I did highlight that on the daily time frame you are at a place where bonk has been rejected before. So here it is, right? Not every day is there's a saying, not every day is Friday. Okay, so the last time you were at supply zone, you broke down the supply zone here, you went down the supply zone there again, you went down, and then you had this supply zone, you were trying to go down but you didn't, and you just for the first time in 8 months you pushed to the upside. The big question is, can you pull off the same move again? Can you do something where you're just faking some some resistance here and then eventually try to push all the way up to 49.45? That can be possible because you also have some few resistances. As you can see right over there, you have that resistance as well. But now, as long as you're not actually breaking, you have to keep in mind that this is exactly where there was a touch, the move down, there was another almost a touch here, move down, another touch right there, and a move to the downside. So basically this is again the very same area where there's a sell-off happens, right? So we call this hammer. I don't know, I'm not going to search for the hammer emoji, but we just call this hammer, where prices come up and then hammers down here, hammers down right over there. It could even be hammered down right over here. And the average move that you make whenever you get hammered, number one was this one, and this was like 35%. This one was nearly 31%. The third one was also like 36, even worse, it went down 73%. So it's a very big area, it's a big area of influence. So let's just hope that we do get to see some pushes above. I think if you make it up to 4200, you're good to go to that 48, 46, and that's where you're going to have another resistance here. As you can see, you still had some resistances before, and then from there if we break through 45, 46, then it's just back to the all-time high one more time, and then what will happen next, nobody knows. Maybe make a new all-time high and then finally retrace down, you never know. But right now we go step by step, right? You do have steps. You want to take one step, one step, one step, one step. If you miss a step and you slide off the step, you can just fall down. So that's it for this update, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Office.